Welcome back to CryptoWealthy channel, ladies and gentlemen. In today's episode, we're going to be doing something very interesting. We have three news to cover which are totally connected. First, we're going to answer the question why we are going to see the uptrend, who is buying in this dip, and who is actually selling or who sold to get us to these low levels. And also we're going to cover Bitcoin price very quickly to see what is happening with the price, and I think you're going to love it, especially if you are new over here and you have no idea why we crashed. If you watched our previous two videos, you will know that this was just a dip and correction and nothing more. And now, let's begin. So first thing first, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, first news, sustained institutional buying will hold Bitcoin above 50k cross tower. Now we need to be clear over here that the sum of institutions like MicroStrategy, like the Tesla and other small institutions that most probably aren't in publicly saying that they are buying Bitcoin, they pretty much are buying around these levels. So this is $50k as you can see over here. And yeah, we have Visa, we have MasterCards discussing about getting into the crypto and so on and so on. Cross Tower, which is platform for digital assets for institutional investors and so on and so on. They are watching some money flow transactions on their exchange or platform, whatever it is. People who are holding 1,000 Bitcoins in recent weeks is proving of rising institutional interest. So it seems like that they are watching those addresses, how many addresses are there and how much Bitcoins are into those addresses. What they got over here is that the interest in buying Bitcoin from the side of institutional investors is rising. So they said that in their view, many institutional investors are entering with a buy and hold mentality given their understanding of Bitcoin as digital gold. The on-chain data suggests that these investors, traditionally seen as smart money, saw the January price weakness as an opportunity to acquire BTC or enter the space with support our bullish view on the Bitcoin. This is pretty much it, because February month is pretty much the weakest in this year or in the previous few months when it comes to the price or to the correction. We had very good run in the previous months from $20,000, I mean $14,000, everything started to rising to these levels over here. Now, nevertheless, let's see who is buying, publicly saying buying and bragging Bitcoin. As you can see, Square doubles down on Bitcoin, investing another 170 million. This is one of the proof that we discussed in the previous two videos. What we saw in the previous 2-3 days, that correction is actually the correction. Jack Dorsey's Square now owns roughly 3,318 more BTC. So it seems like they want to accumulate slowly and rise the price above, as they said over here, above 50k, because that most probably will be some average for the buying of the institutional investors portfolio. If we switch down, you can see that they purchased $170 million in Bitcoin, combined with Square's previous purchase of 50 million in Bitcoin. This represents approximately 5% of Square's total cash equivalent and marketable security as of December 31st. 2020. So this is pretty much it when it comes to new institutional investors buying, because most probably now more of them are going to roll and hold the Bitcoin above $50,000. So we are most probably going to see more interest from the retail investors because of this, from more institutions, and the rest. Snowball effect. Now we also have some informations from the Glassnode who is selling or who sold those Bitcoins in this correction over here that we had over here, ladies and gentlemen, towards 20 EMA and even further. Now, if we come back to the news, you can see that the Glassnode defines any addresses that hold between 1,000 and 10,000 Bitcoins as a whale. Then we have the humpback whales hold more than 10,000 Bitcoins and so on and so on. So report found that the number of whales increased by more than 14%. So we have more institutional investors, more people who are holding Bitcoin as a digital gold, as we discussed in this news. So everything is connected. This is the reason why we're covering only those three news. So who is selling? But since February, Wells and Humbex appears to have taken heavy profits, offloading 140,000 BTC, equal to 6.72 billion since the start of the month. So it seems someone is flipping the Bitcoin from the institutional investors, most probably, which is okay. They were pumping the price a lot. It's okay to take the profits. We need to understand that. Important to note is how the supply changes for the Dolphin Shark class purple and Whale Humpback class green are mirrored in volume and shape, where one class sees increasing volume, the other sees decreasing volume, and vice versa. So yeah, when somebody is selling, the other ones are buying. Then when those are actually selling, the other ones are buying, and vice versa, and so on and so on. Anyway, Octopus and Fish, wallets that holds between 10 BTC and 100 BTC, have been consistently offloading their holdings since November 2020, selling more than 128,000 Bitcoin or 6.14 million in less than 4 months. So they were pretty much dumping on those bigger ones who were accumulating from the miners and from their side. So they were buying constantly from every single side, and right now they are offloading while others most probably are going to buy more, and so on and so on. So this is something to consider. Who is buying, who is selling? Over here we have right now who is buying, and over here we have what is actually happening. So we connected all those news. Now let's get back into the present to see what's happening with the price and what is good on the chart that we are seeing and what is worrying me a little bit over here. So very quickly, as you can see, we came to the $58,000 and we had a correction. We can take measurements of approximately 22-23%, and you can see that right now thing that is really giving me hope over here is because we are back on 20 EMA. The reason you all know if you're watching our videos is that the 20 exponential moving average on the daily chart and weekly chart is very good ladder for the Bitcoin price, because it's climbing and bouncing back from it all the time, ladies and gentlemen. It's very good indication for the Bitcoin over here for the bull market. Whenever the Bitcoin is doing this constantly over and over and over again, that means that we are in one strong bull market. What indicated this correction and why I actually told you that we are most probably in correction, I saw already from the first candle over here. First candle is the hammer. As you can see, first candle had a long wick over here, ladies and gentlemen. The second one also had very long wick over here. This pretty much indicates those wicks is that the bulls are getting slower a little bit, right? Bears managed to push price so further down, in 20% in few hours, but unfortunately for the bears, they didn't manage to hold these levels. They didn't manage to hold these levels over here and these levels over here, and after that you are seeing bulls that are pushing with one penetration candle over here, which is on neck, in a neck candle, whatever you want to call it. As you can see right now, we are having some resistance on our usual level that we marked, but very important and very good thing is that we are above 20 exponential moving average. We are not breaking this week over here or this week over here for now. Perfectly good, perfectly fine. I would expect next candle to open over here and surge towards the upside to continue our bull market. We never know what tomorrow is going to bring us. Anyway, that is the good side. If we zoom in a little bit over here, you can see that on daily chart we still have bearish divergence, but I could argue that we actually completed bearish divergence effect over here, ladies and gentlemen, for the correction. Of course, this is way too big bearish divergence, which could indicate more push to the downside, but if you watched our last video, you would know where is the next target if we break these weeks over here. The thing that I didn't mention yesterday, but I need to mention today, is actually the MACD. If we exclude RSI over here, you can see that the MACD is diverging to the bearish side. This is something that I still don't know what could bring us tomorrow. Literally tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Are we going to have... I'm asking myself the same question. Are we still going to have further continuation to the downside over here, and the price would most probably follow this, together with the bearish divergence that may be still not over yet? We need to see confirmation tomorrow with the new candle over here, still holding these levels with this candle today. Those are some indications for me and the rules and the laws to be respected, so see further continuation to the upside. So watch this candle today, if it's going to actually stay like this. If it does, watch the next candle, where is it going to open and close, right? And then watch what MACD is going to do. We just crossed to the bearish side over here, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see over here, we had a big drop because also MACD crossed to the bearish side and pushed further. Histogram showed us further bearish momentum. And right now the same thing is happening as it did over here 13 January. The same thing is happening over here, but we still don't know how strong this momentum to the downside is going to be. This is something to be considered and watched over here. Please make sure to watch this over here and this candle over here. It's going to be crucial because when you're combining multiple confirmations from the indicators, candlestick patterns, moving averages and everything, you need to have some picture, you need to get already some conclusion at the end, or bigger percentage on your side, right, when it comes to the technical analysis and trading. So this is about it. I'm not going to complicate it too much. We saw the news, what actually happened during the past 3 days, those 3 down days. We saw the charts, what to watch and what to be focused on. I'm not going to complicate it too much, especially because there are too many people who are new over here. If you want to learn more, just subscribe, hit that like button, follow us on other social medias, ladies and gentlemen, because we are uploading there pretty much daily basis those news and short coverages. I will put the links down below in the comment section, as I do always. I want to thank each last one of you for watching our videos. Hit that like, subscribe button, and until the next episode, happy trading and goodbye.